So this definitely is the brightest, which isn't a bad thing for what we're doing for this. Yeah, what we're doing with this. If we're out running, we want people to see us. They're going to smell us, but we want them to see us. So you are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So previously, I battled this thing and it was such a pain. Absolute pain. But one is done. I got packages. So this one's done. Other than putting a cotter pin through that, going out this way. We got to put the drives underneath. This side was still battling me. I let it sit with oil. In oil, we gotta get those gears to move, then it would make our lives way easier. So the other ones were the same way from just sitting. So those gears move across as you put placement on it. But I got some packages. We'll go over that. Then we got to do that side. Once we do that side, then we can pull it out, open it up, put the drives on, figure out exactly what we need, rebuild some cylinders, and finish the row units. Not that much work, right? Yeah, row units. So alrighty, on this, because we messed around with this some, I got some packages. Without you guys, can you see? Without you guys, I would not know that there was caps for those Anderson connectors. So I went online and I was like, there's the caps. Which is cool. I appreciate that because I didn't know that. I'm learning as I go. But I got 2 caps, so we'll throw those on. What else did I get? I don't actually know what I got. I got lights. Ooh, these might be cool. So we got lights for the trailer, all LEDs, and then I got lights for the cab, LEDs, and then I got lights for the back of the trailer, LED blocks. By the time the day is over, this thing's gonna look pretty slick, all lighted up. But I'll throw those caps on just so I know they're right, and we'll dive into some planter work. We'll get around to putting some lights on this thing, see it at night. It is absolutely like beautiful weather. Like we should be hauling manure, doing tillage work. I'm not ready yet. I'm just not. I could go haul with one truck. 7520 could run. Granted, it's gonna be cold. Yeah, and we got cover crop growing, which I think we're gonna harvest some of it because we are gonna run out of grass. Well, the farm's gonna run out of grass, so I wish I got it in earlier, and I wish all of it got manure, but only can do so much. So, alrighty, let me throw these caps on. Once we get that planter in a pretty good place, the truck's the focus in the 7520. And we're closer than you think on a lot of this stuff. But yeah, a week, probably next week. So it's Monday today. It is Monday, right? Yeah. It's Monday today. It's supposed to rain and then be in the 30s, which, yeah, putting corn in when it's in the 30s, not for me. But come the beginning of May, yeah, it's gonna be go time. So alrighty, let's see. Oh, I did end up getting connectors ordered. So 9-pin round connector, like what goes on the tractor. Got one of them to run the joystick, so we just have to wire that to it. Oops, clicked on the wrong ones when I ordered these. So these are actually for 75s or 175s, not 350s. But I did see that they got covers on the back and on the front, so just ordered the right ones. 20 bucks. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Like, you know, things have been up there for a while or sitting around. When that does not move at all, we got it moving. Sprayed a bunch in there, let it sit while we were gone. Yeah, I don't want to bend that. We'll get it working around. There's the dry spot. So there we go. All of the goods. There it goes. Now we got some lubrication in there. So what this is your actual, it's your idler. You got your idler for your chain that's coming from the actual drives, and then you got your idler for the transmission, and that's what this is. So when we get done with this, it's gonna be a brand new corn planter, like brand new. So at least we're going good there. Should I have bought something different? Yeah, probably, based on my time and how much I got invested into this, but is this going to work out as a hell of a deal at the end of the day compared to what things cost? Absolutely. So, plus, I really like the flex part of it. So 8-row for us. If this thing had individual row drives, we'd be in a different, it would be wild. So we'll see what comes in the next year. There we go. Yeah, just stuff caked up sitting in there. Probably dirt that literally just sat for years and years and years. So we'll get it cleaned up before we put it together. But we got to get this bearing out of there. And these look like they're starting to move, actually. Maybe not. The other ones I got to move once they were out. This one, not so much. May have to cut both of them off, but they are off. Just got to get the bearing housing off of it. Put a little bit of never sees inside of there. Had to clean that shaft up. So this is the one that drives. I'm gonna look at getting some new ones of these just because some of them they cut in half and things like that, but it definitely is able to do its job now. So as I've said previously, based on what gear selection you have here, between these, you have all sorts of populations. So those populations then allow you to plant different rates of seed. So anywhere from, I'm trying to think, and you can put different sprockets in. These sprockets are the same as on our other ones. So, well, that transmission's good. We got to put cotter pins in them. These ones have cotter pins. That one, I just got to put the cotter pin through there. And we got to get a, I'm thinking a bolt for that's going to go through there just to hold that in place. Same with the other side, but we're gaining on that. That fought me quite a bit. That one was a struggle. This one was not as bad once I stepped away. We had to cut those bearings off once they slid out. This did not want to move, but as you see now, we got it to move. So quite a bit back and forth lubrication. Somebody, I said previously, I don't know why I welded these on before I took everything apart. And they said, oh, it's because you were dirt tired. And I don't know, I wasn't that tired when I did that. I'm getting tired now. But it was just, I didn't know exactly how much room I was going to have, and I should have known I was close over there. But yeah, these bearings were absolutely shot. So next project on this is putting the drive in the middle, and we got piston seals to do on 2 seals, which hopefully aren't that bad. But what are you barking at? There's a dog way over there. Yep. Stop. They're being friendly. He thinks he's just gonna guard stuff. So I'm not gonna dive into any of that right now because I actually gotta go run a service call. It is the nature of my job. At some point I've told them that, hey, I gotta start going farming, so I don't know, I might have a few more days of all day stuff with the job, and then we're gonna dive right into complete prep work and getting stuff turned and worked and yeah, hauling manure. So that's where I'm at right now. That's kind of the deal, how it works, as far as with my job. But if you're new, like if I get a phone call and I'm not completely flat out and I got to go run somewhere, I do that in between. So it's part of it. But I'm hoping that this year goes halfway smoother with 2 semis. 8-row planter should really speed my life up there, and hopefully the 7520 gets me through, and this summer we'll put a reverse gear in it. It runs with reverse, like I've said before, but it's not ideal if we're doing back and forth. I do not plan on throwing it on the bunk because I do not have anybody to run it that I trust as much with the new clutch in it, things like that. It's got to be an operator to actually run that. But I got lights for this, as I said previously. I'm gonna run the service call, clean up, never sees, gets everywhere, clean up myself, and we're gonna come back. So I did end up LED lights in there. They are super bright now, so I don't know if I really like them compared to the regular ones. The regular ones, everywhere I've gone, they're back ordered, and they're from China. Where are these ones from? Made in China. But LED lights, I do enjoy them. And I also did something different in here. So I got this packet of bulbs in here, and these 2 have them in it, but you can't really see it in the light. So I'm gonna run my service call, then we'll stop back over here. Probably throw the rest of the lights in while we're messing around. I did stop at Fleet Pride this morning, and out in Worcester on my way into work. So like, yeah, I've already worked my day. I've already done visits and all, but I picked up these bad boys, which they're LEDs. Yeah, brake light or tail lights. And my plan is to completely remove these bulbs or the fixtures and drill these right onto that platform. It should all line up really nice. I think we can use some of the same holes, do that on both sides, and then wire it right in. And I can wire in the extra plug to we'll have to figure out. I think the backup or the work lights on the truck would be good to wire that in, because then we can wire everything together, put a relay up there and whatnot. But we'll slap that on. Yeah, it's gonna work out. We got so much to do before this is ready though. But let me throw these up there and we'll run up, we'll do service call. I gotta do a milk pump, the seal, which has been a warranty thing from De La Valve because they made seals the wrong size. And yeah, then I'll be back. It's milking cows, just pumping a little slow, and when they start having issues, then we know they're not going to work. And yeah, better to fix it now than in the middle of the night. But we'll be back to this. We definitely are going to see what that looks like at night though. So I was looking back at my memories before I left the farm there, and this time last year, which granted last spring was actually pretty nice for us. It didn't start raining till shortly after that, and then never shut off in the summer. So we were in the fields at a reasonable time, but we were hauling manure this time. Not much, actually I don't even think we were hauling manure yet. We started doing seedings about this time, and then the 26th was the first day of hauling. So what's today? 25th, so tomorrow. So when you guys watch this, yeah. So our first day of chisel plowing, of tillage works. But after that, kid was staring at me while I'm sitting in traffic. I don't know who it is. Has a cat sticker. Looked familiar. Oh, damn. So here we are. So we've come down through here before, and this is where it used to be like gracious and like nice and like things. Now it's like a T-bone corner and people are gonna get killed and whatnot. Like engineered design, perfect. But they did some road work and they left it dirt. They took a hell of a lot of dirt out of there. There's a big pipe that goes underneath these people's parking lot and then actually goes all the way across, which I never knew was even there until they started working on the project. But Yeah, they've been doing this for like 9 months, maybe 10. It's a disaster. Engineers should not be allowed to, like, well, engineers should have to have common sense of like normal practices of everything. Everything from like engineers who design tractors to like road engineers to, I don't know, every engineer, I guess. But alrighty. So back to what I was saying. We started doing some tillage work this time last year. The year before we were later. And like I said, it's been cold. It's cold, gonna be cold again. So soil temperature isn't there yet. And the key to having good crops all the way across, having consistency, having planting into a good seed bed that is proper temperature. So, and then a lot of other things in between, but yeah, if we're gonna go battle and put seed in the ground that it's gonna be cold and wet, ain't no point in putting seed in the ground yet. So, but we were planting May 15th, so it's towards the middle of planting and whatnot. So I'm not behind yet compared to last year. And the year prior to that, I'm probably pretty consistent with that. We've had years where it's early, and then we've had years when it's late. But it does make me feel real nervous when you have a nice, almost 70-degree day. And yeah, we haven't done anything. Did a little manure hauling, as you guys know, and I seeded some, and I got fertilizer on, so we are ahead on some of that, and grass is growing. But we are literally going to go. So the plan, I think, is to chop cover crop. We'll go from chopping cover crop to planting. We'll probably start manure hauling before we start cover crop, because we do have some fields that I put cover crop on that I don't, it's more of just didn't yield the same way, but it didn't get any fertilizer, any manure in the spring. So, and then it's going to be flat out. We're literally going to go from one thing to another thing, back to another thing, then back, and I hate doing that. I hate jumping around, but when grass is ready to go, grass is a priority. So hopefully we have one good mower, which is new. Actually, I think they hit something with a rock last fall. No, I think it's good. And then we have the old mower, which has been new, or which has been run, and it's somewhat okay. Never mind, it's not okay, it's falling apart. That's why we got a new mower. And that one, if we run two together, probably that other one will stay together and it will be good. And then the double rake is like brand new. We got some new, we have all of the new arms and shafts to go in it. We got a bushing to do, and that's it. Otherwise, we should be really, really good. And I got the chopper, and I got trucks to work on, and that dump trailer and stuff like that. And I got too much stuff to do. Not enough time in the day. But I gotta go to my day job. It's 5:30 now. I'm really hoping it's not a ton of traffic. It probably will be. It's 5:30 on a Monday though, not a Friday. Fridays are an absolute wreck. Alrighty, I'll check back in with you guys when we get back, and we're gonna see how that truck looks. Probably get some stuff wired up. See it at night. Also, I saw some comments that I should be using electrical soap or Dawn dish soap when pulling wires. I never even knew electrical soap was a thing, so okay. I did spray it down with PB Blaster when my father and I pulled it through, so you guys didn't actually see that. I knew it wasn't going to pull through by myself, or I was going to be there all day. So that is why pulling that wire, I just shoved it in to see that it stopped after a foot, and then I was done. But once it was good, 2 people, pulled right through with some PB Blaster on the front. So I guess I'll have to look into electrical soap, but I don't ever use, like, how many times do I actually pull wires? Not that many. We're back. So it is 8:45. Just got back. Pretty much took me right on the money as far as how long I thought I'd be gone. But we're gonna keep moving because we got a lot of things to do. There is comments that I bite off too much or I bounce around projects too much. I just need to focus on getting stuff done. Honestly, I'm bouncing around projects because I'm doing what I have stuff for right now, or what motivation I really have at the end of the day. Would I have done this if I knew how much work it was probably going to be? Probably not, but I'm not somebody who's going to sit around and let something defeat me. So that is why I'm still working on this planner, and this planner is going to be, it's going to be brand new. Brand new for the cost of a lot less than a brand new planner. So, but it has taken time. And that's part of it. And yeah, I don't account for my own time on some of these projects, but that's part of building a business, part of building what you want as a dream. So having an 8-row corn planter was what I wanted, and we're gonna have pretty slick 8-row corn planter when we get done. So alrighty, well, and honestly, I get done some days and it's 4 or 5 o'clock at night, so I gotta pick which battle I'm gonna do for the next 3-4 hours before I go home. So if I showed you guys everything that I did in a day, as far as everything from going to my regular job to working on this stuff, editing video, getting merch out, appreciate everybody who's hit up the merch store. You guys would think I'm absolutely nuts, and I am burning the candle at both ends, but I'm trying to get ahead on that. At some point we will be ahead, and then I'll probably bite off some more projects, but I got to get to a point where I can financially support somebody through the business, as far as having either a part-time guy or a full-time guy work with me, and I'm not at that point. So that is why I am juggling a lot of different things at the time, but it's gonna work out. We're gonna get there. I know some days are slower than the others and it seems like we get nothing done, but that is part of it. But in the background, I'm actually doing a lot of different things to get done at the same time, such as stuff like this. So got up at 5:30 this morning, actually edited video, shipped some packages, went to work expecting to do one thing, did a completely different thing, got home, had that service call. We actually messed with the planner for a period of time. You guys only saw a short little bit of me messing with that planner. Stuff takes time. And then I left, ran up there, did my service call, and now I'm back. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go check out what I did. Well, you guys can't see it with the lights on. Ah, you still can't see it. We're gonna go check out the Mac. So on the trailer, I changed one bulb to LED bulbs. In the truck, I changed 2 gauges to, well, I forgot. Better hit that kill switch. Got in a good habit of hitting that kill switch. Previously, we put that second kill switch on, compared to here. They talked me into it, which I think it's good. They said the supply going through it, you should run 2, and then somebody said you're grounding that to the frame, to the truck, but if I got an issue, truck's probably going to be off anyway. So that's why I did that. But yeah, I'm learning. So I'm going to have to look into some. Hey, what are you doing? You have a good day? You got treats, played with people, hung out, partied, saw farms? He's going to go chase something. The soap, the wire soap to get it going. So here we are. I put red in there, and I don't know yet if I like it or not. I kind of like the red because it gives the red truck feel. Now I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that. I figured it would spice it up a little bit with some red in the cab. Something different. Plus, getting white LED bulbs is like near impossible. I think it will look good, especially with the light off. Okay, why is my trailer not lit up? Oh, I don't have the lights on. There we go. Oh yeah, that is so much brighter. Okay. Wow, that's actually like crazy bright. I like it though, it gets your attention. We're gonna have to put LEDs up in the marker lights then too. The blinkers, headlights. They're just so much brighter, and honestly, the availability is much better off. So that is pretty bright. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. No, you can't. It's pretty dark now. So that compared to down there, that is much brighter. Didn't change the lens, but it definitely looks way more than orange on that lens now. It looks like yellow. So I guess I'll do them. We do have the tail lights to do, which hopefully those are quick and easy to do, and we will see. Alrighty, initial votes. So I guess you guys can't vote. Initial votes: Mike Chambers, Seth Elmer, and Dylan Clark instantly said absolutely with the red. So we're gonna rock some red gauges, as you guys see. I like them. I think all of them done up is gonna be neat. Did we have to change light bulbs out? No, but we were missing one light bulb, and it was way too convenient to get red ones. So now all the gauges are red. The high beam, low beam has 2 bulbs in this gauge. So right there, when you click it, it shuts off and then turns back on for high beams, low beams. So we'll probably get some nice lights for this. Throw some marker lights on it. It is nice when you're running at night to be halfway decent, but these in red is, I like it. I definitely like them in red compared to the white. It's not as bright in your face, for one, and 2, it gives it a little bit of a different feel. Red truck, red gauges. Yeah. I like that. So alrighty, let's do the trailer so you can see how bright the trailer is there compared to the other one. I am sure somebody's gonna ask, so we are replacing these tiny little bulbs. I forget what they are, but they crossed over. They do have a number there. So we're replacing these tiny little bulbs with let me get one out for you, with these tiny little ones. So these are the red ones, but the fitting's the same. We're just putting LEDs in there, which should last longer, should be better. Yeah, draw less voltage, right? Isn't that what it is? Less voltage, less amps. Last longer. So got these off Amazon, and yeah, they're made in China, of course. Grandview doesn't even really have anything, but Amazon just looked up the part number because I was getting other stuff off Amazon, such as these light bulbs that are going in here, which 10 pack of them, so I got 2 10 packs, which it will be good to have. So 103 LED bulbs, landscape lighting. There were different settings, so this definitely is the brightest, which isn't a bad thing for what we're doing for this. Yeah, what we're doing with this. If we're out running, we want people to see us. They're gonna smell us, but we want them to see us. So let's see. Old light, is it hot? No, not yet. These things are gonna be super bright outside the case. New light. Oh, holy smokes. Yeah, that's pretty bright. Oh, they look good at red. Yeah, for red, they're definitely good. For, well, let's see. There's the red. Here, I'll stand in the way. There's the red. There's that red. So definitely, those things are super bright. Anybody who wants to change their light bulbs out, these are neat. Not enough time in the day, but I got all the marker lights done up on the trailer. I even did the truck, the top ones. So we'll look at that in a second. But some of these really fought me to the point where I had to hammer them. Well, hammer all the screws to get them loosened up. So 3 across the back, if you don't know, marks a trailer. What else we do? We didn't get to the actual tail lights. I guess we'll try to finish that up tomorrow. Light the battery. Whew. It is 10:30, so I am pretty well exhausted. I do got to go do some install work tomorrow, It is supposed to rain a little bit in the morning. Yeah, these amber lights are quite a bit more yellow. But if we walk over here, the truck ones actually look pretty good. So, truck's good. Up there, I did pop out, what is it? The wee woo lights, the beacon lights. Why am I losing the strobe lights? So I did pop that out. The bulbs are different, so it wasn't as bright as it should be when it's on. So I just ordered, I don't even know how many I ordered of it. I guess I'll have to look back. I ordered that. I ordered the floodlights in the back and the blinkers. This blinker doesn't work. It's probably a wiring issue, but I'd like to start off good, especially if every other light works, because it's a big safety part. And we will be running at night because, as you see, there's not enough time in the day to run and do everything in the day. But my plan wasn't to really tinker on this long, but there's no point in pulling the planter out just to put it back away because it's going to rain tomorrow. So I tinkered on this for an hour, maybe a little bit longer because it is 10:30, like I said. But I'll pack all this stuff up, and tomorrow we will see what we get into. Appreciate you guys watching along. Like I said earlier, yeah, some videos drag on and it seems that way, but it is part of, I'm doing a million different things. And having an off-farm job is a big reason why I could grow to where I want to be. It just means I run around like a chicken with my head cut off some days. But appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.